Hello Facebook, welcome back to the Montana Ranch Update. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, the first official day of summer. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful summer day here in the Flathead Valley in northwest Montana. We're going to see temperatures today in the low 70s, a little bit of breeze, really good weather if you're an Angus cow, and actually really good weather for us to get some hay made. We've been really busy over the last couple of weeks, and I just want to take this opportunity to update you on what we've been up to and some of the happenings around the ranch, and also visit with you briefly about some of the things that are going on in the beef industry right now. Earlier this week, it was announced that JBS, which is the world's largest purveyor of beef, is seeking to divest some of its companies, including the Five Rivers feeding company. That's going to be certainly something that's going to impact all of us here in the beef industry, certainly in the near term. They've got, I think, a one-time capacity of over 1 million head of cattle in locations in 5 states. So that's something that we should all keep an eye on. It should contribute some to market volatility. Although this morning live cattle and feeder cattle futures were both up on the day, so that's certainly encouraging. And then a couple of months ago it was announced that China would begin restoring some of the imports of U.S. beef. That's certainly big news. They've been out of the market now for quite a few years, and we look forward to getting them back online and getting this high quality U.S. beef in China again. In fact, earlier today I read where 20% of China's beef in the coming years is expected to come from imports into their country, and the U.S. beef will stand to profit greatly from that. Over the past couple of weeks we've been traveling. Shauna and I, we went to Tennessee and Kentucky. It took a few days to visit family and see some friends, and also make some stops at various Angus operations. First we went to Shady Brook Angus and met with Vince Santini. Vince is doing a great job down there, building a really strong, functional, maternal-based cow herd, and really making nice progress there. From there we went over to Ingram Angus. Ingram Angus is a fairly new outfit, been in business a couple of years now. Really impressed with the set of cows that they've put together. Really solid set of herd bulls as well, and they're in capable hands. Jason Upchurch and David Cagle are guiding that program. From there we went up to Kentucky and stopped in at Solid Rock Angus. Solid Rock, of course, bought a heifer from us last fall out of the Nile sale. She was the top selling heifer in the Nile sale. Sammy Ayers at Solid Rock has been a very close and dear friend for quite a few years now, and so we wanted to spend some time there and go through Sammy's cows. He's got an outstanding set of cattle there, and sure enjoy seeing what Sammy, along with Randy Sparks and Dennis Craig, are putting together. After that, I went over and visited with a longtime friend, Ray Apple of Apple Angus. Ray and his wife Jerry, they have certainly a small herd, but one of the most high quality herds that you'll ever witness. Cattle are right sized, really productive. Cattle have some maternal, yet they also excel for carcass merit. Really nice program, and it's always fun to see Ray and catch up with him. From there I went up to Boyd Angus in northern Kentucky. Of course, Boyd Angus is a 4th generation cattle farm. Charlie Boyd has been guiding the ship for a number of years now, and his son Blake and son Logan are primed to take the helm of that operation someday, and sure enjoyed visiting with them, especially Blake. Blake's got a great head on his shoulders, has a lot of unique insight about where the future of the beef industry is going to be, and I'm anxiously awaiting to see Blake take over and see where he guides their program. We also took a couple hours, went over to Louisville, Kentucky, Eastern Regional Junior Angus Heifer Show, and we took that opportunity. We wanted to catch up with some old friends. I'm not much on showing, but I wanted to see some of these folks I hadn't seen in a number of years, and certainly a rewarding experience as we met with them and met their kids and grandkids in some instances, and really good program in my opinion when you get kids and livestock mixed up, and teaches these kids responsibility and gives them some valuable tools that they can carry with them into their lives. But really enjoyed that experience. From there we came home and then hit the road again out to Wyoming to visit some customers, and then stopped by Billings, Montana on the way home. Went through the major AI studs again. Wanted to see some bulls that we had not seen previously. Was very impressed with a bull that we had used last fall. We'll be getting calves from in the coming weeks. That bull is Ellingson Chaps 4095. Chaps really impressed me. To me, he's right-sized, you know, so he's going to be moderate framed, extremely expressive in his muscle, extremely athletic, good feet, good legs on this bull, great disposition. So I'm really looking forward to the set of calves that we'll be getting from Chaps here very soon. And with that, right around the ranch, we've been staying extremely busy. This week, we're laying down a bunch of hay. We've got perfect haying weather, and it looks like the weather's going to remain good here for a pretty good stretch. We've also been working on some synchronization projects, trying to get cattle ready to AI. We'll jump into those next week. We've got a set of 8 or 9 donors that we're getting ready to flush as well. And we're about 2 weeks out from really getting into our summer calving. We really like summer calving here. Right now about two-thirds of our herd is summer calving. We switched to it about 5 years ago. It just allows us to make the best use of labor, of forage, and certainly we can calve where there's no stress on these cattle, and I think it's just an all-around good decision for us. The other third of the herd, we moved from a traditional January-February calving scenario to April last year. There again, we're able to calve these cows out on pasture with a minimum of labor inputs. These calves, they're looking great right now. They've had relatively no stress on them to this point. And certainly, as you can see, these pastures here are in really good shape. So these cattle are primed to go in there and breed up real well for us. So all in all, it's we've kind of gone outside of tradition or outside of what's normal in the cattle industry by calving at times, which many don't, but we think for our operation it makes a lot of sense. So we've got a lot on tap here in the coming weeks, and we'll do our best to keep you updated. And until next time, see you around.